It's 3:30 a.m. The house is silent. It is pitch black outside, but your eyes just snapped open. You are wide awake. You look at the clock and your heart sinks. You're tired. You're exhausted, but your brain is racing. Maybe your heart is even pounding a little faster than it should. You toss. You turn. You stare at the ceiling, begging for sleep to come back, but it doesn't. Does this sound familiar? If you are over 60, I bet this happens to you almost every single night. You probably tell yourself, oh, it's just my bladder. Or maybe you think, I'm just getting older, this is normal. I need you to listen to me very carefully right now. This is not normal, and it is not just part of aging. What if I told you that at exactly 3 a.m., your body is accidentally triggering a chemical alarm clock? What if I told you that while you are lying there, frustrated, a stress hormone called cortisol is spiking 400% higher than it should be? It is literally flooding your bloodstream, attacking your brain's ability to rest, and putting your entire cardiovascular system under pressure while everyone else is asleep. They don't tell you this at the doctor's office. They just give you a sleeping pill. But sleeping pills do not lower cortisol. They just knock you out while the damage continues underground. But today, we are going to stop this. We are going to turn off that alarm clock. And the shocking truth is, the answer isn't in a pharmacy. It's hiding right now in your kitchen, inside 5 specific fruits that most people over 60 completely ignore before bed. Yes, fruit. But not just any fruit. Eat the wrong one, and you spike your blood sugar and make the waking worse. But eat the right one, and you activate a natural sedative that is more powerful and safer than any pill you have ever taken. We are going to go through the top 5 fruits that crush nighttime cortisol, backed by clinical research from major universities. But before we dive into this life-saving list, I have a quick question for you. I want to know who I am talking to today. Please, pause for 1 second and let me know in the comments. Do you wake up specifically between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m.? Or do you have trouble falling asleep in the first place? And where are you watching from? Is it the US, the UK, Australia, or somewhere else? I read every single comment because I want to know exactly what you are going through. So go ahead, drop a hello below. Are you ready? Because what I am about to show you about the biochemistry of fruit will change your nights forever. Let's get started. Before we reveal fruit number 5, we need to clear up a massive misunderstanding. When you wake up at 3 a.m., your instinct is probably to reach for a pill. Maybe it's a prescription sedative, or maybe it's a handful of synthetic melatonin gummies. You think you have a sleeping problem, but biologically speaking, you do not have a sleeping problem. You have a stress hormone problem, and that is why the pills stop working after a few weeks. Think of your body like a house. If the fire alarm goes off in the middle of the night because there is smoke, what do? Do you put out the fire, or do you just take the batteries out of the alarm so you can't hear it anymore? Sleeping pills are just taking the batteries out. They knock you out chemically like a sledgehammer, but they do not stop the fire. The fire is cortisol. Here is the science that Stanford researchers have spent years trying to teach us, but few people listen. Your body runs on a biological seesaw. On one side, you have melatonin, the hormone that makes you sleep. On the other side, you have cortisol, the hormone that wakes you up and keeps you alert. They are biological enemies. They cannot exist in the same room at the same time. When cortisol goes up, melatonin is forced down. As we age, our brakes on cortisol get weak. So, in the middle of the night, your adrenal glands, 2 little organs sitting on top of your kidneys, suddenly misfire. They squirt out a dose of cortisol, boom, the seesaw flips, melatonin vanishes. And you are wide awake, staring at the clock, worrying about your health, your family, or your finances. No amount of sleeping pills can fix that seesaw if the cortisol is still heavy on the other side. You have to remove the weight. You have to lower the cortisol first. And this is where nature's pharmacy comes in. The 5 fruits I have listed for you today act like precision tools. They don't knock you out. They go into your bloodstream and gently tell your adrenal glands to stand down. They contain specific compounds: magnesium to relax the nervous system, vitamin C to clear out stress hormones, and natural serotonin to rebuild your sleep cycle from scratch. It is not magic. It is biochemistry. And the best part? You don't need a prescription. You just need to open your refrigerator. We have ranked these from number 5 down to number 1. Number 1 is the absolute most powerful cortisol killer on the planet. It has changed the lives of thousands of seniors. You absolutely must stay to see what it is. But we are going to start with number 5. This is a fruit you probably buy every week, but you are eating the wrong part, or maybe avoiding it because you think it's too sweet. Let's uncover the first secret. Let's start our countdown with number 5. This is a fruit that sits on almost every kitchen counter in America. But I have to warn you, 90% of people are buying the wrong color. I am talking about grapes. Now, wait a minute. I can hear you saying, but US1, grapes are just sugar. Won't that keep me awake? This is the misconception that keeps millions of seniors tossing and turning. Here is what Italian scientists discovered, which stunned the nutrition world. They found that grapes, specifically the red and purple varieties, are one of the only fruits in existence that contain significant amounts of melatonin right inside the skin. It is nature's own sleeping pill. But here is the catch. You have to choose the dark ones. The green grapes? They are delicious, sure, but if you are eating them for sleep, you are missing the point. The darker the skin, the higher the concentration of antioxidants and sleep-regulating compounds. When you eat a handful of dark grapes, you are doing 3 things for your body at once. First, you are delivering a direct dose of melatonin to your bloodstream. Second, grapes have a high water content. Many of you wake up at 3 a.m., not just because of cortisol, but because of mild dehydration. A dry mouth wakes you up. Grapes hydrate you slowly, without forcing you to run to the bathroom as much as a glass of water would. And third, they contain fiber. This stabilizes your blood sugar overnight, preventing that hypoglycemic crash that often triggers the cortisol spike in the early morning. So, here is your prescription. Don't just snack mindlessly. About 45 to 90 minutes before bed, have 1 small cup of fresh red or purple grapes. Do not drink grape juice from a bottle. That is just sugar water and will have the opposite effect. You need the skin and you need the fiber. Imagine eating these cool, crisp fruits, knowing that with every bite, you are feeding your brain the exact chemical signal it needs to wind down. But maybe you don't like grapes. Or maybe you need something stronger for your adrenal glands because your stress levels are through the roof. That brings us to number 4. This next fruit is famous for preventing colds, but almost nobody knows it is actually a powerful shield for your adrenal glands against stress. Let's see what it is. Coming in at number 4 is a fruit that I guarantee you are eating at the wrong time of day. It's the orange. I know what you're thinking. An orange before bed? Isn't vitamin C supposed to give me energy? Won't the acid keep me awake? This is a classic myth that stops seniors from getting the deep sleep they deserve. Let me explain the science because it is fascinating. Your body has 2 small organs sitting on top of your kidneys called the adrenal glands. These are the engines that pump out cortisol when you are stressed. And guess what fuel these engines need to repair themselves and stop the panic alarm? Vitamin C. In fact, the highest concentration of vitamin C in your entire body is found right inside your adrenal glands. When you are constantly stressed, or when you're older and your body is inflamed, your vitamin C reserves get depleted. Your adrenal glands panic, and they start misfiring cortisol at 3 a.m. By eating an orange, you are essentially refilling the tank. You are giving your adrenal glands the resources they need to calm down. Studies have shown repeatedly that people with higher levels of vitamin C bounce back from stressful situations faster and have lower baseline cortisol levels. But you have to do this right, or you will ruin it. Rule number 1. Put down the carton of orange juice. Store-bought orange juice is a sugar bomb. It has had all the fiber stripped away. If you drink a glass of juice before bed, your blood sugar will spike, then crash, and you will wake up. Rule number 2. Eat the whole fruit. You want 1 medium, fresh orange. The fiber in the pulp slows down the absorption of sugar, keeping your levels steady. Rule number 3. Timing. Eat it about 1 hour before bed. This gives your stomach time to digest the acidity so you don't get heartburn, but allows the vitamin C to enter your bloodstream right as you are drifting off. Think of vitamin C not as energy, but as a shield. It shields your sleep from the stress of the day. But what if your problem isn't just stress? What if it's physical tension? What if your legs feel restless or your muscles cramp up right when you try to relax? Then number 4 isn't enough. You need number 3. This next fruit is often called nature's sedative because it contains a powerful muscle relaxant that works better than some pills. And contrary to popular belief, it will not make you fat. Let's reveal number 3. We are down to the top 3. And number 3 is the most controversial fruit on this list. It is the banana. I hear this all the time from my viewers. US 1, I stopped eating bananas years ago. Too much sugar, too many carbs. If you are diabetic, yes, you need to be careful with portion sizes. But for everyone else, avoiding bananas might be the reason you're waking up with cramps or restless legs in the middle of the night. Here is the truth. A banana is not just a fruit. It is a biological triple sedative. It contains 3 specific compounds that work together to knock out cortisol and physically relax your body. First, it is packed with magnesium. One medium banana has about 34 millimoles of magnesium. Why does this matter? Because magnesium is nature's muscle relaxant. If you lie in bed and you feel like you can't get comfortable, or your legs feel twitchy, or you get those painful Charlie horse cramps, that is often a magnesium deficiency screaming at you. The magnesium in a banana calms your nervous system and tells your muscles to let go of the day's tension. Second, it brings the tryptophan. You've heard of turkey making you sleepy on Thanksgiving? Well, bananas have that same amino acid. Tryptophan is the raw material your brain uses to build sleep hormones. Third, and this is the key, vitamin B6. You can have all the tryptophan in the world, but without vitamin B6, your body can't use it. The banana provides both the raw material and the tool to process it. It's a complete package. Here is exactly how to use it for the best sleep of your life. Eat 1 medium banana about 60 to 90 minutes before bed. And here is a pro tip for you. If you want to make it even more powerful, eat it with a tiny bit of almond butter or unsweetened Greek yogurt. The protein will slow down the sugar absorption even more, giving you a steady release of sleep fuel all night long. Imagine, no more twitching legs, no more cramps, just deep physical relaxation. But what if your body is relaxed, but your brain won't shut off? What if you lie there, perfectly still, but your mind is racing 1,000,000 miles an hour? Then you need something stronger. You need a fruit that has been clinically proven to act almost like a surgical strike on the brain's sleep center. Number 2 is a fuzzy little fruit that researchers are calling the serotonin factory. If you eat 2 of these tonight, studies show you could fall asleep 35% faster. You don't want to miss this. We have reached the runner-up, number 2. This is a fruit that most people only use as a decoration on a fruit tart. They have no idea that inside this fuzzy brown skin lies one of the most potent sleep medicines known to man. It is the kiwi. You might be surprised, but listen to this study because it is absolutely incredible. Researchers at Taipei Medical University conducted a study specifically on sleep. They took a group of people struggling with insomnia and asked them to do one simple thing: eat 2 kiwis 1 hour before bed. They did this for 4 weeks. The results? They didn't just feel better. The data showed they fell asleep 35% faster. They slept 13% longer. And their wake time after falling asleep dropped by nearly 30%. If a pharmaceutical drug delivered numbers like that, it would be a billion-dollar bestseller. But this is just a fruit. So, what is the secret? The kiwi is literally a serotonin factory. Serotonin is a brain chemical that regulates your mood and your sleep cycle. As we get older, our natural serotonin levels drop. This is why so many seniors feel a bit low or anxious, and why sleep becomes fragmented. Kiwi is one of the few foods with a naturally high concentration of serotonin. When you eat it, you are flooding your brain with the raw materials it needs to relax. Plus, it is packed with vitamin C, even more than an orange, which, as we learned, helps wash away that nasty cortisol. It acts on both sides of the war. It lowers the enemy and reinforces the ally. Here is your specific protocol. You need 2 medium kiwis. Not 1, 2. Eat them about 45 to 60 minutes before you plan to sleep. And please peel them or scoop them out with a spoon. You want the green flesh and the seeds. Imagine sitting down tonight, enjoying this tart, sweet snack, and knowing that in about 45 minutes, your brain is going to receive a massive signal that says, it is time to shut down. But there is one fruit that beats even the kiwi. There is one fruit that stands alone as the undisputed king of sleep. It contains something the kiwi doesn't. It holds the highest concentration of direct, bioavailable melatonin found in the entire plant kingdom. Before I reveal number one, I want to share a quick story about a man named Robert because his situation might sound painfully familiar to you. Robert is a 68-year-old retired engineer living in Ohio. For 5 years, Robert thought his sleep life was over. He didn't have trouble falling asleep. That was easy. He would go to bed at 10 p.m. and be out like a light. But every single night, at exactly 2:45 a.m., his eyes would snap open. His heart would be racing. His mind would immediately start worrying about his blood pressure, his grandkids, or the leaky roof. He would lay there for 2, sometimes 3 hours, just waiting for the sun to come up. By 2:08 p.m. the next day, he was a zombie. He was irritable with his wife. He didn't have the energy to play golf anymore. He felt like he was aging 10 years for every 1 year that passed. He told me, US 1, I tried everything. I bought the expensive mattress. I bought the blackout curtains. I took the pills my doctor gave me, but they just left me feeling groggy and confused the next morning. Robert was about to give up. He thought this was just what happens when you get old. But then he stumbled upon a study from Louisiana State University. It was a pilot study specifically for people over 50 suffering from insomnia. The researchers didn't use drugs. They used the juice of one specific fruit. Skeptical but desperate, Robert decided to try it. For the first 3 nights, nothing happened. He still woke up, but he stuck with it, just like the study said. By night 7, something changed. He woke up, but he fell back asleep in 10 minutes. By night 14, the miracle happened. Robert went to bed at 10 p.m. The next time he looked at the clock, it was 6:30 a.m. The sun was shining. He had slept through the entire night. He didn't just feel better. According to the study that Robert followed, participants gained an average of 84 minutes of extra sleep per night. Imagine that. Imagine what you could do with an extra hour and a half of deep, restorative rest every single night. Your brain fog would vanish. Your energy would return. Your cortisol would finally be under control. So, what was the fruit? What is this ruby red secret that beat the sleeping pills? It is number 1 on our list. And it is the most powerful source of natural melatonin ever discovered in nature. If you only try one thing from this video, make it this one. Here it is. Here it is. The number 1 fruit to crush cortisol and transform your sleep. It is the tart cherry. Please listen closely. I am not talking about the sweet dark Bing cherries you buy in a bag at the grocery store to snack on. Those are delicious, but they are mostly sugar. I am talking specifically about tart cherries, often known as the Montmorency variety. Why is this fruit the king? Because while grapes, bananas, and kiwis help your body produce sleep hormones, tart cherries literally contain the hormone itself. Analysis shows that tart cherries contain up to 13.5 nanograms of melatonin per gram. That is higher than almost any other food in the plant kingdom. But it gets better. They are also packed with anthocyanins, powerful red pigments that slow down the breakdown of tryptophan in your body. Basically, tart cherries do 2 things. They give you a direct shipment of sleep hormone, and they stop your body from wasting the sleep fuel it already has. This is exactly why the seniors in the Louisiana State University study gained that incredible 84 minutes of extra sleep. So, how do you take it? You have 2 options, but you must be consistent. Option A, tart cherry juice. You want 100% pure, unsweetened juice. Drink 8 ounces about 1 to 2 hours before bed. Option B, the concentrate. If you don't want to drink that much liquid before bed, buy the tart cherry concentrate. Just take 2 tablespoons, maybe mix it into a tiny bit of water or yogurt. A warning for my diabetic friends. Even though it is tart, it still contains natural fruit sugar. If you are watching your blood sugar strictly, stick to the kiwi or the grapes, or ask your doctor before trying the juice. Here is my challenge to you. You now have 5 powerful tools. 5. Grapes for the melatonin skin. 4. Oranges to shield your adrenals. 3. Bananas to relax your muscles. 2. Kiwis to boost serotonin. 1. Tart cherry for the ultimate sleep reset. I don't want you to try all 5 at once. That is too much. I want you to pick just one. Look at your body. Do you have cramps? Pick the banana. Are you stressed out? Pick the orange. Do you just want to stay asleep longer? Pick the tart cherry. Commit to it for 14 nights. Give your biology time to reset. I want you to tell me right now in the comments, which number are you going to try tonight? Are you Team Kiwi or are you going for the tart cherry? Type your answer below. I want to see which fruit is the most popular in our community. And if you found this video helpful, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. We are building a community of people over 60 who are refusing to let age slow them down, and I want you here with us for the next video. Go to the kitchen, grab your fruit, and have the best sleep of your life. Good night, and I'll see you in the next video.